At the Riverton Farmers Market, sunlight lit up fresh produce and baked goods. Chef Alex examined ripe heirloom tomatoes while his friend Maya carried a tote of organic apples and cheeses. They weren't just shopping, they were discussing a wellness seminar from the night before that had changed how Alex viewed his kitchen menu, and health. Led by Dr. Helena Pierce from the Bayview Institute. The seminar explored how everyday foods affect long-term health and cancer risk. Alex realized that even seemingly healthy foods could carry hidden dangers if eaten often or prepared certain ways. Maya, a fan of indulgent meals, was equally surprised. Together, they understood it wasn't just about avoiding disease, it was about making smarter daily choices. As they walked past fresh berries and farm eggs, Alex recounted the seminar, eager to apply the lessons. Here's a summary of the foods Dr. Pierce highlighted, their risks, and practical tips for healthier choices. 1. Red meat. The grill master's dilemma for many Americans. Red meat is a staple, from backyard barbecues to Sunday roasts. Alex loved his perfectly seared steaks, but the seminar revealed a sobering truth. Eating large amounts of red meat increases colorectal cancer risk. Dr. Pierce cited a long-term study showing that consuming more than 18 ounces per week, about 3.2 for medium portions, significantly raises this risk. High-temperature cooking, like grilling or pan-searing, produces harmful compounds called HCA letters and PAs. The advice wasn't to eliminate red meat entirely, but to practice moderation and smarter cooking. Trimming fat, marinating meat, and using lower temperature methods like braising or roasting can help. Incorporating more fish, poultry, beans, and legumes is also beneficial. For Alex, this was a creative challenge. He imagined dishes that balanced flavor and safety: slow-cooked beef stew, grilled salmon with citrus, and hearty bean-based options that delighted customers while reducing risk. 2. Processed meats. Hot dogs and bacon's hidden danger. Processed meats were the next topic, and for Maya, this hit home. She loved a good bacon cheeseburger as much as anyone, and the thought that her favorite indulgence could be dangerous was unsettling. Dr. Pierce explained that processed meats including bacon, sausage, ham, and hot dogs are classified as Group 1 carcinogens by the World Health Organization. This means there is convincing evidence that these foods can cause cancer, particularly colorectal cancer. The danger comes from nitrates and nitrites, chemical preservatives commonly added to processed meats. While these compounds prevent spoilage and enhance color, they can convert into nitrosamines in the human body, substances with strong cancer-causing potential. Dr. Pierce didn't advocate for a complete ban, which would be unrealistic for most Americans, but suggested practical strategies: choosing meats labeled no nitrates or nitrites added, limiting portion sizes, and exploring plant-based alternatives such as tofu, tempeh, or seitan. Alex immediately thought of innovative menu swaps, such as smoky tempeh bacon in breakfast sandwiches or sausage made from lentils and spices, maintaining the familiar taste while reducing risk. 3. Alcohol. The social drink that can cause damage. For many Americans, alcohol is woven into social rituals: happy hours, weekend brunches, and holiday celebrations. Yet, alcohol is a known carcinogen, linked to cancers of the mouth, throat, liver, esophagus, and breast. Dr. Pierce explained that alcohol damages body tissues directly, and as it metabolizes, it produces acetaldehyde, a compound proven to cause DNA damage. The American Cancer Society's guidelines were clear: women should consume no more than 1 alcoholic drink per day, and men no more than 2. Beyond quantity, frequency and binge drinking patterns also mattered. Alex considered his restaurant's bar, which prided itself on craft cocktails, and realized there was an opportunity. Creative non-alcoholic options, or mocktails, could provide customers with a social experience without increasing their health risks. Ingredients like fresh herbs, sparkling water, infused fruits, and botanicals could elevate beverages while keeping them safe. 4. Ultra-processed foods. The sneaky culprits. Ultra-processed foods, like chips, sugary cereals, prepackaged snacks, and frozen meals, are common in American diets, but carry hidden risks. Dr. Pierce called them the hidden dangers of modern nutrition. These foods often contain artificial flavors, colors, and preservatives and are linked to weight gain and obesity, both major cancer risk factors. They also replace nutrient-rich options like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. Her advice was simple: cook more meals at home with whole, minimally processed ingredients. For Alex, this meant using seasonal produce and natural ingredients to create flavorful, nutritious dishes with fewer additives. 5. Sugar and artificial sweeteners. The sweet trap. Sweetness is hard to resist. Desserts, sodas, and even flavored coffee drinks are cultural staples. But excessive sugar intake can lead to obesity, insulin resistance, and ultimately an elevated risk of cancer. Dr. Pierce explained that while artificial sweeteners can reduce calorie intake, they should be used sparingly. Long-term effects on metabolism and gut health remain areas of ongoing research, and moderation is key. Alex envisioned revamping his restaurant's dessert menu. Instead of relying solely on refined sugars, he would experiment with natural sweeteners like fresh fruits, mashed bananas, dates, cinnamon, and vanilla. These ingredients add depth and flavor without spiking blood sugar, offering a healthier alternative to traditional desserts. 6. Fried foods. A crispy but risky treat. Fried foods are beloved in American cuisine, from French fries to fried chicken, but frequent consumption can increase the risk of stomach cancer. High-temperature frying creates advanced glycation end products, AGEs, and other carcinogenic compounds, especially when oils are reused multiple times. Dr. Pierce recommended baking, steaming, or grilling at lower temperatures. When frying is necessary, she suggested oils with high smoke points, such as avocado or peanut oil, and maintaining temperatures below 375 F to reduce harmful chemical formation. Alex immediately considered air-fried vegetables, baked crispy, chicken tenders, and innovative vegetable tempura as menu options. The goal: recreate the textures and flavors diners loved while reducing carcinogenic risk. 7. Hydrogenated oils. The inflammatory fats. Partially hydrogenated oils, which create trans fats, were once celebrated for their shelf stability. Today, they are widely recognized as harmful. Trans fats not only increase the risk of heart disease, but also contribute to systemic inflammation, a key driver of cancer development. Dr. Pierce's advice was to scrutinize labels for partially hydrogenated ingredients and replace them with healthier fats. Olive oil, avocado oil, and coconut oil are excellent alternatives for both cooking and baking. Alex realized that switching oils could improve not only health outcomes, but also flavor complexity in his dishes, bringing out the natural richness of ingredients. 8. Dairy products. The milk question. Dairy is perhaps one of the most nuanced topics in nutrition. Some studies suggest that high dairy intake may be linked to certain cancers, including prostate cancer in men. Yet fermented dairy products like yogurt, kefir, and certain cheeses offer probiotics and bioactive compounds that support gut health and metabolism. Dr. Pierce recommended moderation. For those looking to reduce risk, plant-based milk, almond, soy, oat, or cashew provide excellent alternatives for cooking, baking, or drinking. For those who enjoy dairy, choosing fermented options and limiting overall intake could balance enjoyment with health. As Alex walked home through the quiet streets of Riverton that evening, the weight of the seminar's lessons settled into a sense of purpose. He wasn't just a chef, he was a guardian of his customers' well-being. Every ingredient, cooking method, and menu choice had the potential to impact lives in meaningful ways. Back in his kitchen at the Golden Spoon, he envisioned colorful plates rich in vegetables, grains, and carefully chosen proteins. Desserts would celebrate natural sweetness, fried dishes would be baked or air-fried, and the bar would brim with creative mocktails. Alex felt invigorated. Knowledge, he realized, was a recipe in itself, one that required careful attention, experimentation, and passion. By sharing what he had learned with his staff, suppliers, and community, he could help create a ripple effect of healthier habits throughout Riverton. It wasn't just about preventing disease. It was about promoting vitality, longevity, and enjoyment of food in its most nourishing form. In the end, the seminar was more than a lesson about risk. It was a call to action. For Alex, Maya, and countless Americans, the message was clear. Understanding what we eat, how we prepare it, and how often we indulge in certain foods can be transformative. Health isn't about restriction or fear, it's about informed, intentional choices that celebrate flavor, tradition, and well-being simultaneously. And with each thoughtful meal, Americans can take one step closer to a future where food nourishes the body as much as it delights the senses.